So let's start again. So someone now you're talking to an investor that is thinking on lending you money, thinking the money to you, and you do this presentation that is very simple. So like we said, everybody tell you the best you go, and many people that's the route. Let's buy a house, let's buy bigger, multifamily. That's a path. Yes, it's a very good path, but you need to go through the learning points, the learning situations. This is me, blah, blah, blah. We don't want to talk about me. But yes, always find your why. Your why is very important. That was my why this year. My vacation with my family, with my daughter in Europe, in Uruguay. That's my why. Cooking nice barbecues with my friends and listening live Lorena McKennett. I will not tell you what happened there because it will take me an hour. But that was an amazing moment in the Acropolis. I heard my best singer, Lorena McKennett. I'm walking in the Acropolis in the Parthenon and suddenly say, like, she's singing. She was live there testing for a concert. That was crazy. This is what most of us, and Armando is very smart about this too. This is where you don't want to be because this is some people's life, the rat race. You need to tell everybody's in the rat race. Yes, you buy, you pay bills and you go and keep on buying, and that's wrong. You don't have time to live. More is not more. Get out of the rat race. Some people don't even know what is the rat race. This is, for me, very important that a person understand you cannot be in the rat race. And that Armando, you're there, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's where sometimes I feel you because you're in that I want more now. It's good, but you need to enjoy the journey. This is what we call work. This is how you make money. You buy a mistake from somebody, you buy a problem, you fix it, and that's when you make money. You cannot expect to make money like this. If you're going to buy this and think you're going to make money, you have to be too smart. An owner that just finished this is going to sell it for the right price. He knows the cost. He just built it. He paid something. He paid to fix it. So he knows the real cost. Why he's going to sell it for less. You cannot have a deal here. You're not going to have a deal. You're going to pay the right price. We buy real estate at a discount price so we can make money. And then you need to do the work. So this I can play with you guys, and I will play with you guys. Ryan, you are there already?
He was, and then he dropped, and then he lost him.
You dropped him, but it's forced.
I hear you, sorry.
So these are a way for you to quiz you. Then when you say, are you ready to be on your own? Are you ready to buy? Well, if you are ready to buy, you need to answer these 20 quiz questions. If you don't know how to answer these 20 questions, you are missing information. You're missing information.
What is number 19, the force? Because I know that's an item in our Excel sheet, and that's one of the ones I actually
Force appreciation. What is that? Ryan or Armando?
Ryan's not on the phone.
Armando, you did more than 20 wholesale sold. You should know this.
Yeah. But
what is force appreciation?
What is what?
What is number 19? Force appreciation.
Oh, it's when you add value to a property.
You force it in. Yes, when you remodel it, you're forcing the appreciation.
Okay.
When you increase you add value or you increase the rent. You increase the rent, you add value.
Yes.
Number 14, you need to have a team. Yes. Choose the right loan. This is so important. What is better? Hard money, DSL loan, FHA? What is better?
Depends.
Great answer, Mrs. Samar. That's when you sound smart. You just say, it depends, which is truly true. It depends. But you need to know your choices. You need to know your choices. Read the closing disclosures. Yes, when you start buying, you need to know what problems the multifamily you're buying, the building you're buying might have. Well, that's for another day, but this is simple, but it is already a lot. Oops, went too fast. This is when you know you are investing. This path to invest, unless you have done it, you're not going to understand. You understand it, but till you feel it is when you know real estate. This is a deal, as we see, always by a problem. This is how I look after we went through the deal. 535 was the buying price. We'll go over. We got at the beginning, 975 was a hard money loan. And it has holding costs because, as you see, we're not renting it. We bought it halfway. We didn't buy it so bad. The owner already was starting. He had issues because he didn't plan right. So we bought it halfway remodel. Analyze the numbers. You cannot buy a property if you don't understand numbers. What we're doing with the mastermind, the fact that you're learning all those ideas, that's key. Till you don't know the numbers, you cannot buy multifamily. Because what are you buying? You cannot buy this is not a house that you're going to live in. It has to make sense. It has to make money. And you cannot lose money. So you need to know the numbers. 3 great big factors that you need to know. It has to be part of your blood. And you should, by the fact when I went, well, you know, Armando, you took me to this seminar. This slide is for the mastermind or multifamily buyers. You remember?
Yeah.
Yes or no? You don't remember.
I prefer that you take it over. I'm hearing.
We are with a group, very, very nice group. You have to be honest. We're not trying to be nice or good looking here. Just be real. But okay, I'm going to go very fast. In the middle, cash on cash covers the investors. Why? Who can explain me why that label, what it means, fast, and why it covers investors?
So the cash on cash is.
The turn off of the investment of the investor.
But she was talking.
No, it's okay. He didn't hear me talk.
But you need to be a little louder because somehow you're far away from the mic.
Oh.
You
But
need to get a mic.
But just to
Yeah.
focus, so this is, but cash on cash specifically on the down payments, all right? So the cash that the investor put in.
Yes, but you're telling me one portion. Okay, so it's like, what are you telling me? How did you? I mean, you're teaching me to invest with you. What you just told me? You just told me it is related to a down payment. So what do you mean? What are you trying to tell me? You didn't tell me anything.
Yeah, so, so it's the return on your investment, basically, right? Which is your down payment.
It is only my down payment. Don't you have other things that are part of your investment? Can you buy a real estate only with down payment?
No, I mean, there's other factors, right? But the cash on cash quantifies, quantifies your return on investment, on your cash investment.
I love it when people try to memorize things. You keep on saying nothing to me. I mean, I know that because you're explaining, I need you guys to feel it. You're not, I mean, remember, if I don't know nothing, what you're telling me, how you go, what, explain me, make me believe in the cash on cash. What do you compare to? What is so important? I tell you,
Because
the more important.
is the return of investment on a yearly basis, like all money invest from the investor or by yourself.
Correct. But even he says something that is bigger than Samar. Samar is all. I mean, closing cost, Samar, is also cash, is cash.
Yeah.
Closing cost is part of, I mean, that's why when you have the APR, anyway, if you know what APR means, but with the APR, interest is 7%, APR is 8%. Because that's when you really measure all your costs into buying the property.
Yeah.
If you pay an inspection, if you pay an appraisal, all that was your initial investment. It's not only the down payment. If not, you're lying to yourself because you outlaid more money. So it's all your money invested to produce the transaction, in a way, to make it in English, in simple English.
Yeah.
And then, yes, it's so important because of what you think you know, but I need you to tell it to me, not to know it inside your brain. Yeah, it's like you two are saying, it's your return on investment. So it's very important to know if I'm going to make money or not, or how much money I'm going to make.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was my fault. I actually thought it was a down payment, but I'm looking at the formula. It covers the total investment, it covers the cash flow and your down payment.
Right. That's why, but that's why I think that I want, when I say you guys need to feel it, you need to know it. You have to understand that we say, if I'm buying a building, I have to pay all this. That's what I'm trying to say. You're going to have all these expenses. It's not just only a down payment. And the return on investment is so good because that 9% is very low. Sometimes we're going to get more. Well, cash on cash, it could be much bigger, much bigger. It's very low because inflation is 5%. You put the money in stocks and you get 10%. So I need more than that. Although, because we know there's a lot of other profits when we invest into large multifamilies or small multifamilies, we do it, but cash on cash, I love it. It tells you, at least you know your money is better than sitting in the bank. And then the answer is, do you do it? Yeah, you have to do it. At 9%, you have to do it. What are you going to do? Nothing and keep the money in the bank and thinking that you're going to make 4%. With inflation, you're making 0 or losing money. Then, debt coverage ratio, 1.4. It covers the banks. Do we have Ryan or not?
No, Ryan, he's driving. He said he told you.
Okay. So he cannot, because he's driving, he's scared. That's why he is. No, we're recording people. We cannot say that. What is debt coverage? Why covers the bank? What is so important? What is this guide to? Mr. Yes.
Because it allows us to see what's the leverage that we really have. What is the outcome that we have on the long term if we keep the property, right?
No, right. You guys live in Miami too much and you bullshit too much. That's strictly, and Samar, do you remember what is that?
Isn't that the DSCR number?
Yeah, Lord, you can never guess with me, lady, because you're not going to buy that thing. Yes, this is totally the DSCR. It's saying 1.4, not from 1 to 1.25 they're good. 1.4 is so good, but what you are seeing when you're seeing that, you're saying, okay, what is my exit strategy? Can I sell it to somebody? You cannot dream. You cannot say, I'm going to sell this for 2 million. When you do the DSCR loan for 2 million, it doesn't cover the rent that you're going to have next year. It doesn't cover that loan. Then you're dreaming on the selling price. So when you say you're going to sell this property at so much next year, you better do a DCL loan and make sure that you can do it. Meaning you know you can do it, that somebody else can do it. If not, don't expect somebody to pay you cash and for your building. That's why it's so important, the debt coverage. Because it's your exit strategy. You need to know that you're going to be able to sell the building. And what this year ratio? Yes, 1.4 is beautiful. 1.25 also is beautiful. That's why it's so important, debt coverage. And that cap rate, I buy you lunch if you tell me what is cap rate.
Jeez, I want the lunch. Cap rate is what the property nets after paying the is the return that you get from the cash flow after covering the expenses of the loan. Like it's pretty much the cash flow divided by.
Oh, I'm having a beautiful lunch tomorrow. Samar, Mr. Ancibia, totally wrong. We cannot hear you.
Okay, so
I'm
it's
mute. I'm mute.
cap rate. Oh, yeah. So the cap rate is income over value. So
Not income, net
He said
operating
the NOI,
income.
yeah. Sorry.
NOI.
Yes, it's NOI, not income. NOI divide value, Mr. Ancibia. But again, this is as important as if you don't understand what you're looking, you're just reading to me a formula. And this is very used wrong because many realtors will tell you this house cap rate so much and it's so wrong. But then what is more important, this is the way the banks use income approach. This is the way, by the income, you can know the price of the property. This is the way why the 1% rule works. This is the way why when so many wholesalers give me a property, just by doing this formula, I tell you it doesn't work. I cannot cover the expenses. And after you know cap rate, I tell you why, explain me why the cap rate in a bank will tell me, okay, in Coral Gables, which is real numbers, 4%. In Alapata is 570.
Yeah.
Yeah, what it means, yeah.
No, me personally, I still need to wrap my head around the cap rate because I remember one of our meetings, somebody said, like, for example, in New York, you have low cap rates, but it's also, for example, I guess because you rent, like you don't lose on rentals, the rents are high, so it's a little bit.
Exactly. That's what I mean when you say I feel it. You need to feel it because then when you're looking at properties with these three things, you know if the deal is good or not. And when you feel it, you go and you do it.
Yeah.
Cap rate is very, very important, but it has a lot of variables and thoughts around it. So you need to see, depends the situation, how you use it. Because if they use it to you, you might get the wrong information. Because I ask you something very simple. So what is better, a big cap rate or a small cap rate?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
What is better, a 6% cap rate or a 10% cap rate?
Well, I mean, 10% would be a better cap rate.
Right? Then why? I tell you, the bank will say Coral Gables is 4% cap rate and Alapata is 570 cap rate.
Maybe because the expenses are more expensive, like the cost.
And she keeps guessing. Oh my God, this Lebanese lady, she's so Latin.
Well, I am half Latin, so I have, nací en Venezuela.
No. But like again, no. I'm just teasing you guys because that's why. I mean, when you know all this, and not that I learned through 4 years of fear, and buying wrong and losing money and losing my money and losing my investors' money. I cannot make a mistake. And I tell you, I mean, I should be touching wood without legs I haven't made a mistake.
Luis, I will have to leave, man, but thank you. Sheesh,
Okay.
my bad. I
Bye.
didn't. Thank you.
It's okay. We'll talk later. Then this is, I mean, the cap rate is very important, but it's not so important as a number. It's, you need to know what you're measuring.
But was my response correct though, in the sense that it is obviously the expenses that also play?
No, there's no expenses there. It's NOI. Well, yeah, it is the expenses are there, but what happened to you? What happened to me when you're telling me half of the definition? I don't know if you know. You're telling me half of what is in your mind. Imagine you're explaining to me. I don't know anything, and your explanation is tell it to me again.
Well, no, I don't recall what I said, but I think the question you had asked was, is 10% cap rate better?
No. Okay, that's good. That's good. And the expenses, no. But I say like, if you had to explain me cap rate, how do you explain it to me?
Yeah, so my understanding it is income over value.
Yes, but I need you to say NOI, no income.
Okay.
Why do I need you to say NOI?
Because the NOI covers all the expenses. Well, because it's gross minus expenses.
Correct. I mean, it doesn't mean that it covers expenses. It means that the expenses are out. It's net operating income.
Okay.
And because of the way the formula is done, you need to understand that you're looking at net operating income. Because that's really what is left if you don't have the big debt service. It doesn't include the mortgage. So that's very important also that you know that doesn't include the mortgage. So that I tell you 6% doesn't mean, okay, I have $1 million building and make 6%, I'm going to make $60,000 a year. Incorrect. Because you have then the mortgage.
So these factors have to actually they all have to be in alignment. You can't have a good cap rate and not a good debt coverage or.
Correct. But that's right. But they are all like red flags that if one is not covered, there is two ways to go about it. Either it's not a good deal or you fix that area so it's a good deal.
Yeah.
So that's why I want you guys to know these formulas because you need to know how to fix the problem. Now will be another day. We'll fix cap rate another day. But it's important that you also, I mean, it's a bit of a game. Myth, I can't afford it. No, how can I afford it? This is all we need to do. You need to educate yourself. You need to expand your comfort zone. And then just take small steps. What we're doing in Mastermind? What is my next step? What is my next step? I'm not going to learn 1 year in 1 day, but you need to know your next step. And the middle one is as big as important. If you don't expand your comfort zone, like that's why you, Anadan, Ryan, Maria that is not coming, Arturo, there are people that you guys are doing something different. You could be at home relaxing and you decide to learn how to do multifamily. You people are crazy. This part of the slide is just because you want to show proof to people. So this is the court. What I put in the slide is true. I bought in 831. I bought this for 535. Why I bought it? Because I changed my chip. That was always the third property. Why we bought it? Because we don't like where we were. We wanted more. So back to the results. Then when you buy the property, this is the second part you need to know. Okay, how do I manage the property? How many units I have? What money are they bringing in? What is my gross income? My expenses, my leftover. So this management the property is as important as, when you're going to buy a whole, keep the deal going. Or the way I sell, I always analyze like if I'm going to buy and hold the property. Why? Because then when I sell it to somebody, my tone of voice is so good because I know it's a good deal. These numbers are easy for you. You already know it because all expenses or rental income, then NOI, no, income, expenses, NOI. Now, this is important information. When I refinance the product, when you do what you are told BRR, you know the BRR method, no?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
I don't need you to hear. You need to know it. It's
Yeah,
buy, rehab, refinance. You know that part area somewhere, like why you rehab, why you refinance, what happened? You know that, or you don't? You didn't get to that point yet in your mind.
So the refinance plays two roles. One is to get better interest rate. And then second is after, in the case of renovating the unit, if you bought a value add property, you can get the equity out of the property.
Exactly. I like that you have the idea and you need to have more direct words. Because this is what happened. This is the stage of the property today. I have a loan for 434 and I have a loan at 975. I put a down payment of 10%, which is the difference, which is 100,000. So I have 535 into the property at 975% interest. Look at what happened here. I'm getting a loan because the property, I forced appreciation to 785. I got a loan, that's real numbers. I got a loan for 747, which was high because it was last year. 477, but I got a loan for 488, which means my loan covers all the 535 invested, plus some expenses. So it means the bank gave me all my money back. I have $0 in this property. And it was done, of course, at a 25, 75, the 75. I still have $200,000 of equity that I won. I took all my money out, so I have $100,000 in my hands again to buy another property, and keeps making me for the rest of my life the little of 1756. But this is a lot of money because my cash on cash, you cannot even do cash on cash here because I have no more cash. It's all profit. So it's 1,000% profit
I'm sorry.
forever.
Can you repeat a little bit? Can you repeat again?
Yes, because this is so important because this is why I will keep you awake. Okay. I go back, one stage back. This is what happened when you buy. I pay 535, I pay $9,000 down. So I have 535 invested in the property, and I have the closing costs and some big rehabs because this was a small rehab. We can go to the numbers, but it's like 35,000.
Mm-hmm.
So, but remember the 535, forget the rest. 535 is my cash plus my loan that I owe. When I go to refi, I value the property, and the banks tell me 1 year later, hey, your property is worth $785,000. I'm willing to give you a 2575 loan. So I'm going to give you a loan for 588. That means I'm getting a new loan. They're giving me 588,000 in my hand. I'm paying the old loan for 434, so that loan is gone, and they gave me back my 1,000 invested. My 100,000 invested.
Okay.
So I had $0 into the property. I took all the money out. And I have 186, $200,000 of equity. Oops. And it's producing me 1756 plus the management fee, 620, is producing me $2,200 per month. If you don't know these numbers, this is what you guys are going to learn from the mastermind. You will think like I was thinking before, but that's too much headache. I have a debt of $600,000. I have 4 tenants, and I'm going to make only $2,200 per month. I cannot live with $2,200 per month. Yes, but this is free money. You go and you buy another property, and this property you already make 200,000. So you already, I mean, this property, I mean, you're already a millionaire with this property because it's going to be worth $1 million next year. So, and it's producing you cash flow every month. And it's producing appreciation, and it's producing principal down. So you're making only 2,200. And that was one deal. And that's why I want every family to at least do one of these deals. You retire in 15 years, not you, but anybody that, like me, is going to retire, you're going to make the gross income. You're going to make 8,000 minus this. You're going to make today's value of money, $6,000. Because you're going to have the mortgage paid off. I mean, anybody can live with retirement and $6,000 in today's money. So you don't need to think too much for the rest of your life. Your life is set with one deal. But anyway, that was my emphasis because I want an investor to do it. But did you see the flow? What happened? How I have $0, but this is producing me $1,700 and $620, $2,200 per month free money because I don't have a dollar invested, so it's all profit. I have my $100,000 back. They gave it to me. And that's when you do like the bridge. Another one. Buy 3 in 3 years. You don't need to rush. That's the BR. Buy, rehab, refinance. Refinance is beautiful. You don't have to put down payment. You hope that you said that you're going to refinance to a lower interest rate. So everything is beautiful when you refinance. The happy ending.
And so can you refinance to pay off the loan, or is it a suggested, like, why, if the equity can pay off the mortgage, why do you don't need to have a loan anymore, right?
Okay. You refinance for what you said. If you want, first you refinance, like, for example, now, and that's another stage of my life. Right now, I'm not going to increase that. If I can refinance tomorrow to 6.5, but will I take more money out of the property? No. I want the debt to be low so I get more cash flow.
Right.
So will you refinance and pay a loan? Yes, if you're going to lower the interest, why are you going to pay more interest? If you can just, but you don't need to increase the debt. Don't take the money out unless you're going to use it. And that's why it's so stable real estate, because after the third year, right now, if I was able to pay this, after this, I'm never going to go unless, my 2 places are empty for 3 months. I cannot break this business. It cannot go wrong. It cannot go broken. It cannot go, broke, because it's already positive cash flow and it's going to be fixed expenses, and the rents are going to keep on going up. Yes, you need to give some money to maintenance, blah, blah, blah. But you have appreciation. But this is very, very important that you know you see the flow. You see the flow, because I tell you guys, I only saw this after it happened to me. That was my dream always. I wanted to live off passive income. But saying so and living so is so different. And when you see it mathematically, it's impossible. I fight anybody that tells me, no, real estate is not so good. I know if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because this, I do 3 of this, and that's it. I don't have to work no more. $7,000 per month without working. And this is to show you that it's not blah blah blah. I mean, this is a borrowing. We did the appraisal, and that says 785. It's not blah blah blah. It's very real.
So that's interesting. They gave two types of appraisal, right? Like one as is, and then the second one is, I think.
Yeah, because when they were doing a repair in one of the units, and they say that it was empty. That's why they did that. But like they knew it's stable on the bank. The price is 785.
Mhm.
Very awkward that they do that. But the bank understood what happened. And that's my beautiful daughter. And that's a note like you did. She also invested in my company. And she invested when she was 16. Why? Because her parents are teaching her how to invest, not to work. You need to invest. Apes together strong. That's what I am. I need to work with a team. I mean, you guys in the mastermind, you help me a lot. You give me energy to do things, energy to learn, to share. And this is the last thing I will say, and then we go to the other part because it's important. But this is how wrong, and that's what I want the school community to be out of there, because this is how wrong we do our life. And you are smart, I'm smart, and I did wrong. What we do? We buy the house first. So we need 5% for the house. I need 25,000. And then we think on doing investment. And now, because this is an investment, I need 20% down. If we were smart when we were 25, we will buy the multifamily first, so 5% down, 45. I live in one of these units and I rent all the other ones. And then I buy the house when I get married. And I say I'm going to live here, and this is 5%, not 20. I leave it there because it's just in case an investment. This is an investment. You can move. You don't have to live forever where you say you're going to live here. You move here after 1 year, and you only need 5% down of 500. So with 60,000, you don't need 200,000. You need 60,000 to be rich forever.
Yeah.
Those small things with money, and there's a lot of those things, like line of credits. Another thing, guys, you need to learn how to use line of credit. This gives you the advantage, because now I don't need $200,000 to go ahead and build my wealth. I only need 45, 25, 50, 60, 70. And you already got this money. This money, you got it from here because you're making money here. This is worth a lot of money. It's a multifamily. You didn't build the down payment, the 20% down. You got it from the rents, from the multifamily. That's why you buy first the investment. So they start producing. That's what people tell you. What do I buy, business or a house? Well, if you know what you're doing, buy a business, because that's going to produce you money. Your house costs you money. Now let's go fast because you're here. That guys don't join guys at 0 o'clock. Let's share, because this is a real scenario that we can buy tomorrow. So you can sell it tomorrow and make money. Let me do the share.
Like in terms of finding investors, I mean, is it something worth like sharing and like forums? Not the actual property, but just the idea, obviously, but just like the opportunity of like I'm thinking of the forum in like, bigger pockets, for example.
Well, you have one. You should go now after we finish. You know what you do? You go to bigger pockets, and there's a classified section, and you can put it for sale there. People is going to start calling you. You build a database. You better not have a CRM, and you build a database of people that wants to invest. It's that simple.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you have you have to. I mean, I don't even do it. I'm not looking for customers all the time. I don't have time to look for customers. That's why I want you guys to be a team of, so we can do things together. Share. So do you have share me no so I can put it side to side. Send me WhatsApp your analyst your
the Excel sheet.
the session, please.
Okay, I'll send it in Excel. I downloaded WhatsApp on my desktop. But it's not completely complete, but I'll send it.
It's not going to be well. We'll complete very fast because today you're going to learn how to sell. You go now after that, and you might make $20,000 in this phone call. You need to share the profit with me, though.
Okay, I'll send it. I'll send. You want me to send you the Excel, right? Via WhatsApp?
Yes, via WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
You see somehow how important is the belief system, and you are different. Another is the same. Ryan is the same, and I was the same. It's like you follow your instinct, whatever you do, and I don't know why you keep talking to me, okay? But there are people in the group, which is 300 people. They know the properties I have. They know what I do. They still cannot believe they can do it. So they are not in this meeting.
Mm.
And I sent a special invitation to at least 6 people. Say, okay, this is today. I mean, I was going to be as real as I'm going to be now. It's very real. That's when you buy a property, and they still don't believe me. You know, they don't. It's not that I don't take it personal. It's not they don't believe me. They don't believe they can do it. They
I
don't
think
believe what I just told you. You can create $300,000, $200,000 in 1 year, plus 2,200 of cash flow. No, that you have to be special. You have to be on TV. You have to be. No. I was a simple person like you guys. Well, yeah, I knew real estate because I was in real estate, but I didn't know what the heck I was doing in multifamily.
Mm.
Did you send it, señorita?
Oh, you want me to send it right now? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
So
thought we
you,
were gonna do it on Monday. Okay. So
no. We'll do it right now. I mean, you see, I will not BS so much. I mean, 2 seconds.
okay. Okay. Let me send it right now.
And please remember, I'm very aggressive with people I like, people I think they can do much more. That's why when I tell you, no, that sentence, there's a definition you gave me. No, that's not enough. I need you to understand the definition. I need to understand what you're telling me because it's money. That's why I don't want you guys to start an answer saying, I guess, I think, no. You cannot guess, you cannot think. So now on Monday, you are going to do this presentation to the guys.
Yeah, in our small group.
Oops. Okay,
Okay.
let me put it right. You need to have 2 monitors. You need to work with 2 monitors. Let me make sure I'm sharing the right screen.
The Excel was see.
Yes, I'm sharing the right screen. See, because now it's beautiful. It's 1 to another one. So this is the fourplex, no?
This is the fourplex, yeah, that you had
Okay.
875.
Yeah, a low cash on cash, yes. And the DCR is low. Okay, what rent roll did you put?
I put based on our like research we did with the other property that was 18.
Yeah, but it's I think 1850 is fair for because you're always thinking in next year. 1850.
What's the condition in the property? Because I looked
Very good.
Really?
It's not remodeled to beautiful, but it's in very good condition.
and they're
Me-
collecting that rent like that so low, 725.
Yes. This is so unusual deal that I'm so upset we didn't buy the whole thing.